Hello and welcome to my tutorial series on SFML. Last time we forgot to set the frame rate limit, so we'll do that now. Set it as 60, otherwise the processors will chug far too hard. And we will keep the display as black instead of orange as last time. Today we will be working with shapes, and they are very simple. The first one we'll work with is a circle, so we type SF CircleShape, name it circle, and here you can define what its radius is, and let's say it's 7.0 in radius. So in order to do that, we can say circle dot set origin and circle dot get geometric center. This will make it so that when you rotate your circle, it will rotate around its center instead of around a point near the top left. This will also make it so that when you set the position of the circle, the center of the circle will be at the position of where you define, instead of being the top left being the position where you are designating your circle to be. So now we can say circle dot set position, and we will be putting it at the center of the map. Say width divided by 2.0f and height divided by 2.0f, and we can say window dot draw circle. And now we can display the circle. But it has the ability to be changed in color, so we can do that too. So we can say circle dot set fill color, and let's make it green. SF color green. Now that we've done that, we can go back into the debugger and see that it is now green. Seeing it now, it's a bit small. Let's say that it is 64 in radius. And that's a little bit easier to visualize. We are also able to set the outline of the circle. First, we want to define what the thickness of the outline is. And let's say it is 3.0f. And we are also able to set a color for this outline of the circle. And let's say it is magenta. And there we go. We can see that there is an outline, and that the center is green, and that the outline is magenta. Another thing that we can do with circle shapes is that we can set how many points that the circle has, which means that we can get any polygon. So we call circle dot set point count, and let's make it a triangle for now, which has only 3 points. And lo and behold, we have a triangle. Or we can also make it a hexagon, for example. Or any, n-gon. First, let's set this back to 3. And in the while loop, we can say circle dot rotate. Let's say SF degrees, and 1. So it's rotating only 1 degree every frame. Here we can show that we can also rotate our circle shapes. We are also able to move our circle shape and say move. We can say it goes to the right 1 unit, and weirdly enough in S.F.M.L the y-axis is inverted but the x-axis stays the same. So negative y is up and positive y is down. So we can say let's have it go to the right and up. So we have to say negative 1.0, and let's see, it will be rotating while going up to the right, and so it does. For now though, we will be taking this part out and making a new shape called RectangleShape and name it rectangle. And in these parentheses, we can say what its width and length is. So we can say that it is, let's say 50.0f by 80.0f. And let's move the circle just a bit to one of the corners. And let's see that it's moved to the corner. It's over here now. And just like before, we will be setting its origin. And say rectangle dot get size, and divide that by 2. Now let's set the position of the rectangle. Set position, and say that it's at the width divided by 2 and the height divided by 2, where the circle used to be. Set the rectangle's color dot set fill color as SF color yellow. Set the rectangle's outline to have a thickness of, let's say 5.0f, and the rectangle's outline color as, let's say, let's make it blue. Now, if we try and go into the debugger right now, we will see that there is no rectangle shape because we have yet to draw it. So down here, we can say window dot draw and rectangle. And see that our rectangle is now drawn. One thing we are able to do between these two shapes is make them interact. First, let's move the circle and the rectangle towards each other. Circle.move. Let's say that the circle is moving to the bottom right. In order to do that, we say it's moving right 1.0 and down 1.0. And we will check that, make sure it's working. And it is. Now we can also move the rectangle towards the circle. Say rectangle dot move and say negative 1.0 and negative 1.0 f. Don't forget the floats, otherwise it might give you an error or a warning. Now let's see that in action, and now they are moving towards where we specified. Now, in order to make them interact fully, we can have a little test here. Say if circle dot get global bounds dot find intersection, and in here you say rectangle dot get global bounds. And this will say if the circle is intersecting the rectangle. Now, since the program knows whether or not these two shapes are intersecting, we can change the color so that we can visualize that. So let's say circle dot set fill color, and let's make them both red. And rectangle dot set fill color, SF color red. And we can also set them back to what they used to be. Let's say circle dot set fill color, and originally it was green. And rectangle dot set fill color, color yellow. And now we can test that out and see that when they intersect, they will be red, and when they are not, they will be the colors that they used to be. Now I can show one last shape. We can get rid of all of this and say SF convex shape, convex, and then we could say convex dot set point count. Let's have it have 6 points. And this next part, I'll be setting all the points and say convex dot set point. And in this first part, we have to say which point it is, which is shown here by which index it is. And the next part, we have to say where it is on the map. And so we say, let's say 13 and 17. Make sure they're floats. Convex dot set point 1. And let's say 3.5 and 1.6. F. Whoops. There we go. And this next one, set point 2 and 0.25 F, negative 12.0 F, convex dot set point 3 and negative 12.0 F and negative 7.3 F, and then convex dot set point 4. You will get used to setting these quite a lot, and let's say a little bit over 12.5 F and negative 1.6 F. Convex. You can also make it easier on yourself and make an array of all these numbers. I'm just making it easier on myself during the recording. And thank you for understanding. Set point 5, negative 5.0 F and 7.5 F, and that should be enough. Now, just as with the circle, to set the origin, you say convex dot get geometric center, and that will set its origin at the most center part of the convex shape. We can also set the color of the convex shape. Convex dot set fill color, and say SF color 0x3f FF. Now what I'm saying here is it has this amount of red, this amount of green, this amount of blue, and this amount of transparency. Here it's fully opaque so that there's no amount of transparency. Let's also set its outline thickness, say convex. Set outline thickness, say 2.4, and convex dot set outline color. Let's say SF color 0x FF8888FF. And we need to set its position. So let's say convex dot set position. Say, just as before, width divided by 2.0f, height divided by 2.0f. And we have errors down here because we were drawing things that are no longer around. And now we will be drawing the convex shape instead of those. And now we have a convex shape. Really, it's not a convex shape, but for S.F.M.L, it is. See that this is inwards when a real convex shape is not supposed to do that at all. Now I will be ending the tutorial right here. I will clean up a bit. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a nice day. Bye.